So right now, it's super, super cloudy here in the Dominican Republic, which is going to affect the internet if you're dealing with a satellite. That's my only knock. My only knock on Starlink is that if it's cloudy, if it's rainy, it's not reliable. Elon got to find a way to fix that shit. That's my only knock on Starlink. But my people, the last live went down, so I started a new live. So for those who didn't see the last live and now gonna be seeing this one, I'm doing a morning routine where, it only takes about 20 minutes and 25 minutes. I'm sharing it with you guys because I want you to see that you could get yourself in shape. You could be in reasonably good condition without having to go to the gym. For those who have that excuse, oh, I don't have time to make it to the gym. You don't need to go to the gym to get yourself in shape. Oh, I'm too busy. Well, you could get up early in the morning and do a little 15, 20 minutes in the morning. But if you're not doing anything for yourself, for your physical wellness, your physical fitness, that's because you don't want to. That's because you have found enough excuses not to do it. Not because you actually don't have time. That's cap. We got time, my peoples. We definitely got time. You can definitely get your ass up in the morning and do a 15-minute routine. For sure. Anyways, let me keep doing this thing, man. I felt those. So, as I said in the live earlier, which cut off because of the damn cloudy out here, I'm getting prepared to run my 10th marathon. So, you guys know, most of you know that I run in the morning. Sometimes I do 2 a day, so I'm running at night as well. But I'm incorporating a little workout routine because when you run in a marathon, it's not just about your legs. Running long distance is not just about the strength that you got in your legs. It's about your abs, it's about your back, it's about your arms, it's about your whole body. For you to be able to maintain your posture, your pace, your composure for 26 miles. So I started set number 1 in the live earlier and it fell off. So I just finished it. And now I'm doing set number 2. Again, my peoples, I'm sharing this real simple, real easy routine. And part of the reason I'm sharing it is because I'm hoping some people also get motivated. Some of the people who say that they don't have time for it and say, damn, 15, 20 minutes, I could get this done in the morning. And trust me, when you do something like this early, you feel good. You start the day off with a bang. Easy work, my people, 4 sets. Hit the like button, my people. That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you, my brother. Hell yeah. Hit that like button, man. I'm trying to put y'all on. I'm trying to motivate you. Trying to show you that you don't need to be in a gym lifting 500 pounds if you want to get in shape. Come on now. Look at that. 40 sit-ups, 30 push-ups, a few other things that you'll get to see. There's only 4 sets. Easy work, my peoples. Easy work. These are 5 pounds. 5 pounds, 5 pounds. So I'm literally lifting just 10 pounds. By the way, while I'm doing this, I'm watching some Terrence Bud Crawford highlights. Yo, they showing, remember when Terrence Crawford ran up on Errol Spence? They showing that right there when Errol was like, let's bet 100,000, and Crawford like, let's bet 1,000,000. Whoa. You could see it in Terrence Crawford's face, how badly he wanted to put the beats on Errol. He told him to his face, I'm stopping you. I'm stopping you. And now I just remember that Errol Spence was like, oh God, you're not stopping me. Oh God, you can't stop me. Well, goddamn, we know how that played out. We know what happened. Whoa. Let me tell you something, my peoples. When you're a runner, people think that you only work out with your legs, that you do leg exercises so your legs can be good. But it's not like that. Even if you're not a long distance runner, you still got to work out your whole body. But when you run long distance, and you have to maintain yourself for hours, it's a whole different ball game. It's not a quick sprint. Like, let me give you an example. Right now, there's a lot of young folks who can outrun me in 100 yards, 200 yards, because that's a quick sprint. But a lot of people ain't gonna beat me in a 20-mile race. In a marathon, a 26.2-mile race. That's 42 kilometers. A lot of people not gonna be able to hang with me after the first 3-4 miles. Why? Because I'm gonna be able to maintain that same pace and they're gonna get tired and slow down. So that's why you have to prepare your whole body when you're running for hours. My fastest marathon is 3 hours and 40 minutes. So try to think about over 3 hours of running consistently at the same pace. It's not easy. I'd love to beat that time. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to. But I am going to prepare myself. And I can tell you, my people, so the preparation for a marathon, you're talking about 12 weeks. 12 weeks of training, 12 weeks of preparation, 12 weeks of running long distance on Sundays. So let's see how this all plays out. When it's time to run that marathon, I'm actually go live. I can't run with my phone, but I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna go to the event, and you guys gonna see what that's all about. And I'm gonna definitely be live, have somebody live when I get to the finish line. So you guys will get to experience that with me. Look at that, that's set number 2 right there. Easy work, my peoples. Get yourself, listen, get yourself motivated to do something in the morning for yourself, my peoples. Because remember, once we get out the house, we got to go to work. We got to make this money. We got shit that we got to do. And our day goes in whatever we have to do in our daily routine, Monday through Friday. But you can always get up 15 minutes earlier, 20 minutes earlier than what you normally do, and get something in, my peoples. Get something going. On late, try to get a GoPro. Now, I'd love to do that, but I don't know. I have to really look into it because, when you run, a full marathon, you don't want to have no kind of weight on you. You don't want to have anything that's going to feel like a weight because remember, it's long distance. You're running for over 3 hours. So, but I'll look into that. I'll look at, what's the easiest way that I could do it. And if it's doable without affecting my running, my stamina or anything like that, I may do it, may consider it. I'm on set number 3, my peoples. Check it. I might even have someone just follow me on a bicycle so they could be live while they following me. So that option would actually be a lot easier for me because then I don't have any gear, any equipment to record. So, and I've done that before. The last marathon that I did, somebody followed me on a bicycle. They wasn't recording me because it was for hydration purposes. Like every 3 miles, they would give me some water because it was in an event where they didn't have that much hydration. So that would be a better option. Let's see how it plays out. Go, little 30 push-ups. I wasn't counting. I don't know if I actually did 30 on that one. Well, my peoples, it's what I said earlier. We're not trying to become no bodybuilders or no shit like that. You don't need to lift 500 pounds. You don't need to lift that, bench press 250 pounds to get yourself in shape. Underrated kicks running is a different. Your shirt will irritate you after a couple of hours. Bro, I got pictures to prove it. Like my shirt full of blood, because when you running for that much time, your shirt rubbing up against you will literally cut your nipples and make you bleed. I finished marathons full of blood. I finished training sessions where my shirt is full of blood. So I actually have to put tape on my nipples to not get cut up. So that's something that people wouldn't even imagine. But when you're running for hours, shit happens. It's a whole different ball game. But you see, these little exercises for the arms, they're important because when you're running for hours, you need to keep your arms moving. And if your arms is not in good shape, after a certain amount of time, you're gonna get super tired. And people don't realize how important your arm movement is to build that momentum, but also to keep it going. If your arms get super tired, it's gonna affect your pace, how fast you can go, how much time you can keep going, because that's it, your arms is cooked. So just like your legs gotta be strong, so do your arms. I'm watching the highlights of Terrence Crawford versus Sean Porter. Man, that was a good fight. And looking at these highlights, it makes me say, look, the people that were saying Porter's dumb, Porter washed and all that, not only is Porter a year younger than Terrence Crawford, but when you watch the fight, there's nothing in that fight that says Sean Porter was washed. The punch output from Sean Porter is crazy in this fight. Crazy. He let the hands fly. He just happened to have somebody that's better than him that he's facing that night. But Sean Porter was on his game. There's nothing about that fight that you can look at and say, oh, Sean Porter's washed. He looked fast, he looked strong, applying pressure. His usual self, he was the same Sean Porter that we always seen. He just happened to have the best fighter of this era in front of him, Terrence Buck Crawford. Wow, man, Terrence Crawford, man, looks spectacular. They showed the highlights after they told him in his corner that he was down on the cards. And for him to be like, oh, okay, I got this. We're now handle business. The only fighter to ever stop Sean Porter. And they still didn't want to give him credit for that. That's crazy. Nasty work. People always found a way to not give credit to Terrence Crawford. Wicked stuff. Yo, I don't know if y'all seen the article. Dana White said that Terrence Crawford should be out there fighting everybody. And that he's gonna wait 6-7 months. Gonna give him a call. First of all, that shit is disrespectful. Disrespectful. You got a fighter who is without a doubt the best of this generation, the best of this era. And he says, I'm retired, does his retirement party, and you say that he should be out there fighting everybody. That shit is disrespectful. I get it if you say, you know what? I think he should come back and we're gonna make him an offer. But I think he should be fighting everybody? What the fuck is wrong with you, Dana? What are you talking about? And just because Mauricio Sulaiman is a piece of shit, I want to support Dana White. I want to support Turkey. I want to support Zuffa Boxing. But don't be saying no dumb shit like that, Dana. Come on, man. Should be fighting everybody. Oh, JSmiff, you ever hear about Rosie Ruiz, the lady who cheated at the marathon in New York and Boston Marathon by taking the train to the finish line? I heard of it. That was crazy. That was wicked work. But today, with today's technology, is impossible. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, and that's been incorporated already. As a runner, every time you sign up to a marathon, they give you a little chip that you have to wear it. And when you wear that chip, it signals every time you cross one of the blue mats. So in a marathon, they'll have a blue mat on the floor. It's not always the same, but usually they'll have it, let's say at mile 5, mile 10, mile 15, mile 20, and then at the end, mile 26, right? So every time you cross over that mat, that little, it's like basically a little GPS tracker is gonna signal that you went past that mat. So for example, if I get to the first 5 miles in, let's say, 45 minutes, then that means I should get to the next 5 miles in an hour and a half, right? More or less. So if you get to the first 5 miles in 45 minutes, and then you get to the next 5 miles in 50 minutes, that's it, they know you cheated. How the hell you did 5 miles in 5 minutes? That's impossible. The fastest on the planet can't do that. So the way that she did it, she traveled to the end, and then at the end she walked out for the finish line. It's impossible to do it now because they would know, number one, that you didn't run over every single mat, and number two, they'll know that the speed doesn't add up. So that's something. She's not the only one. There's a couple of people that did that. She's the most famous one to do it because she did it in big marathons, but that's been done a lot. That's actually been done a lot, but they can't do it anymore. That's it. That cheating is done with marathons. You have to run that shit. Although there's people that found ways, like let's say I'm not an elite level runner, completing a marathon in 3 hours and 40 minutes is not considered elite, right? Let's say I want to have an elite time and I pay an elite runner to wear my bib and wear my chip. So now he's going to run the marathon in 2 hours and 45 minutes and it's going to reflect like I'm the one that did it when I didn't even run it. But people get caught doing that too because there's pictures everywhere of the winners. So when I show up saying, yeah, I'm the guy that won the marathon the other day, they're going to look at the pictures and be like, nigga, this ain't you. So it's harder these days to cheat in a marathon than what it used to be back then when they didn't have that technology. My peoples, I'm already on set number 4. Like I told ya, it takes 20 minutes to get this done. A little morning routine to get your day going, to get started with a bang. And I'm hoping to maybe motivate some people, do some push-ups in the morning, a little 100 push-ups or some sit-ups or something for your body, for yourself. Here you go. 4 sets of sit-ups, and I'm done with the sit-ups. That's right, my brother. Underrated will. Health is wealth. Look, I guarantee you, my peoples, right now, there's somebody out there with millions and millions of dollars. They will trade all of their money to have your health. All of the money that they got, they were like this, look, you could take my money and I'll take your health. Because that's the thing. Once your health is fucked, money can't fix it. Money could maybe help you prolong your situation, but it's not going to fix it. It's not going to fix it. So take care of your health, because that's more important than everything. You need your health to take care of your kids. You need your health to take care of your business. You need your health. Take care of that. Look at that. I did 4 sets of 30 push-ups, 120 push-ups. It's not a lot. It's not a lot, but when I take my shirt off, you can see that I've obviously been doing something for myself. Do something for yourself. It's like I told you, for those who say, no, I don't got time to make it to the gym and this and that. 5 pounds, 5 pounds. Shit is not even heavy. You ain't trying to become no bodybuilder. You don't need to deadlift 500 pounds. You don't need to bench press 5,000 pounds. Shit, while I'm doing this, anybody could say, you know what? I'm watching this live, I might as well do 100 push-ups. Might as well do 4 sets of 25 push-ups. Easily doable. Wait a minute, is it that one or that's this one? They showing the Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda highlights. Whoa. Shakur put all type of hands on Zepeda. Point blank range. And there just was nothing Zepeda could do. Zepeda could just get his ass whooped. Ooh, I felt those. I felt those. For set number 4, yeah. On lace, I was 260, 280. And said, fuck that. I want to live, yeah. Ride a road bike for about 20 minutes on the treadmill for 2 hours. I'm down to 157. It's not easy, but it's possible. Shit. Yo, on Lace, salute, my brother. Salute to you for having that discipline and for sharing that story. You know why? Because most people, when they reach a level of obesity, they give up. They give up on themselves. They convince themselves that they can't do it anymore, and they decide to just, that's it, accept it. Accept it as their fate. And it's not your fate. If you have the willpower and the discipline, you can definitely get it done. And you're an example of that, my G. You're the perfect example. But you know that there's too many people out there who are in the same situation that you was in, and they'll work out for 3 weeks, then quit, and go right back to where they was at, then try it again. And it's that constant back and forth, but they can never be consistent enough to get those results. So salute to you, and that's what it's about. It ain't easy. I know there was a lot of times that you didn't want to work out. There was a lot of times you didn't want to ride that bike. There was a lot of times that you don't want to do shit, but you still did it. And that's where you got those results. That's it right there. It's about that dedication. It's about doing it. You see, people don't understand one thing about training your body. There's a honeymoon period. What's the honeymoon period? When you started, when you're excited about it, when you're looking forward to it. Oh, it's easy. Super easy to go work out when you're in that honeymoon period. But what happens when you're not in the mood to work out? What happens when your alarm rings and you're still sleepy? What happens when you're stressed out? A lot of people just quit the routine and go back to being their regular self. Stuffing themselves with food in the morning, stuffing themselves in the afternoon because they stressed out. So, discipline is not about doing it when you're in that honeymoon stage. Discipline is not about doing it when you're excited. Oh my God, I'm gonna start working out. That's not discipline. If you start working out, those first 2-3 weeks have nothing to do with discipline. That's just your adrenaline going because you're doing it. You're finally doing it. But you know what's discipline? Discipline is month number 3, and then you get to month number 6, and you're still doing that routine. And then you're already a year in, and you're still in the routine. That's discipline. I see people working out for 3 weeks. Ooh, look at my discipline. Ooh, look at all the discipline that I have. And after 3 weeks, you never see them working out again. That wasn't no discipline. You was in that honeymoon stage. And you was thirsty to, ooh, look, I'm doing something. And you was thirsty to take pictures in the gym and show people, look what I've been doing. Cool. But can you do it for 3 months straight? Can you do it for 6 months? Can you do it for a year? Can you do it for 2 years? I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to get my other phone. I'm going to show you guys something. Wait for me right there, y'all. I want to show you, my peoples, what real discipline look like. So you can see. Ah, shit. I'm going to show you what real discipline looks like. So when I go running, I use the Nike running app. And I've been using it. So the cool thing about this app is that, well, all running apps have it. They have historical data, which means you can see how many miles you ran since you had the application. right? And this is what Nike does. When you start using Nike's running app, they give you different levels. Level 1 is yellow. Yellow is from 0 miles to 31 miles. So if you download the running app today, you start running for the first time, you're gonna be on level yellow, right? Once you get past 31 miles, you get to level orange. Level orange is from 31 miles to 155 miles. Those are your all-time miles that the app is calculating. Then, once you pass 152 miles, you get to green. Green goes to from 155 miles to 621. After green, you go to blue. Blue is 621 miles to 1,552 miles. After blue, 1,553 miles to 3,105 miles. From blue, you go to purple. Purple is 1,500 miles to 3,100 miles. Then you get to black. Black is 3,100 miles to 9,319 miles. And the last level in the app is Vault. For you to get to Vault, you got to do 9,320 miles. My peoples, I'm at level black, right before Vault. You know how many miles I got left before I get to the highest level of the Nike running app? 146 miles. I'll do that shit in 2 months. In other words, right now, in the last 7 years, I think, I've ran over 9,000 miles. And last year, I twisted my ankle early on, and most of the year I did not run. I tried to run a few times, and every time that's the one thing, my people. I used to skate. I was a rollerblader, and I was an aggressive skater, like jumping on rails, jumping on staircases, stuff like that. And I busted my ankles a bunch of times. I'm paying the price for that now. My ankles, I could step on a little pebble and my shit get twisted. Easy. That affected me last year. Nevertheless, my peoples, I've been running, y'all. Year. Okay? Year after year, my peoples. That's discipline. That's dedication to yourself. No such. I got discipline for 3 weeks. If you're doing for 3 weeks, that's not discipline. You have to understand that. Discipline is doing shit when you don't want to do it. Discipline is working out when you're tired, when you're not in the mood, when you're stressed out, when you wish you could still be sleeping. 310, salute family. Flip, salute Jay. I saw Shakur training yesterday, and every time I see how much muscle he's put on, I feel like a dummy for thinking it would be impossible for Shakur to meet Haney at 147. No, listen, if Devin Haney doesn't run from 147 when Shakur goes up there, that fight is going to happen. Shakur's going to beat him. Whenever they fight, Shakur's going to beat him. My peoples, I'm about to get the hell out of here. I wanted to share a little morning workout routine with you guys. I'm looking, I'm trying to get some people motivated. Some of you might see this and say, damn, I could take 15, 20 minutes in the morning, do a little 100 push-ups, do something to get myself going. That's my main objective, motivate people to do for yourself. Because that's the one thing, y'all. Men, We have a lot riding on our shoulders. You know, we the breadwinners. Most of the time, the breadwinners, we gotta go out and get it. We gotta get up. We gotta go to work. We got responsibilities. We got bills. We got kids to raise. But get up in the morning and take a little bit of time for yourself to take care of your own body. I'm trying to. And again, I'm going to run my 10th marathon this year. I will be sharing some of these workout routine with you guys. And you know how I'll be running. You know, I'm going to be getting ready to run marathon number 10. When the event comes up, I'm going to bring you guys along. I'm going to go live so you guys can see what this is all about. My peoples, appreciate everybody tuning in. I hope this is motivational for some of you. In a few minutes, Boxing for Breakfast is going to kick off. We're going to be talking boxing. You guys know Tank Davis still on the lam. We got good fights coming up this weekend. We're going to be talking about all that stuff. Y'all already see it, my people. It's JSmiff. I'm signing off, but I'll see you in a few minutes. I got to go take a shower, prepare some breakfast, and we back at it again. See you in a few. Flip mode, 310, Man Ruth, Unlace. My peoples, I always appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everybody who hit the like button. Bam, JSmiff signing off.